knock his head off. Come on, knock his head off.
All right, we got Tom Hauser and Tim Smith here, two of the top boxing writers in New York City. Oh, we got Pascal and Hopkins back again, number 2. What do you guys think about this fight, man?
Bernard won the first one, Bernard will win the second.
All right, Tim?
I agree. I just think that Bernard's experience is just, so much of an advantage for him. And you saw it in the last fight. I think you're going to see it again in this fight. And I think that, even though Pascal probably underestimated Bernard the last time, even with that knowledge coming in, I still don't think it's enough to overcome what Bernard brings to the ring.
Okay. Well, yesterday at a press conference in Canada where Pascal seemed to get under Bernard's skin, man. Not enough, huh?
Not enough. Bernard's a master of that psychological stuff, so you can't get on his skin. He's been around too long. He's like an alligator.
Okay.
And, I think one of the big differences is that Bernard is much tougher mentally than Pascal.
Yeah.
I saw that in the first fight, and I see that being a difference here this time, too.
All right, great. Thanks a lot.
Pay attention. I don't want to pick on him, but in a good way, to Tom Hauser, to Tim Smiths, the guys that's been around just as long as I've been boxing, even a little bit more longer. Is that because I know what this means to me. Yeah, we gotta talk, we gotta hype the fight up, we gotta do all this, but I fight for different reasons, y'all. And trust me, to me, making another buck or doing this and all that, there's nothing wrong with that, but trust me, I don't need to box for money. I'm fine. Very fine. But it's something in my demeanor and my life that's different than any fighter that I believe ever walked this land. I don't care whatever. Because when I go back to why I'm fighting, the question I'm asked most of the time, and it's because I feel like no matter what I have in the bank, no matter what I have in real estate, no matter what I have in bonds, that I'm fighting not for that. I've received that. That was a focus point at one time. That was important at one time, and it still is, but it's not as important as why I'm still fighting. That's what y'all should pay attention to. And why I'm still fighting is not because I can't turn the lights off and can't get it out my system, because that's what I do. That's who the hell I am. From the streets to the stories that you already know. I'm not glorifying it, but that's me. I just was skillful enough and smart enough and a little bit of lucky enough to be able to transform one stage of my life to the second stage, which is considered the second chapter of my life. It's very hard to be the athlete with a mind like that. What he's fighting for and is trying to get, I've been there, done that. But I haven't got comfortable at the top of the mountain. That's the reason those 20 defenses was made. That's the reason that a decade went by and I slayed everybody that came in front of me. I stopped a lot of great fights, could have been great fighters. The Antoine Nichols, the Robert Allens. He wasn't around then. He was in the amateurs then. Y'all know these guys. But I stopped these guys, the Joe Lipsys of the world. I stopped them from getting with every fighter that come in this game, I think, and want to believe that come in boxing wanted to be what? Champion. Uno. Number 1. And the reason they didn't become that is because of me. The reason become some great basketball players that's considered great in the Hall of Fame but never got a ring is because of Michael Jordan. And he all what he said he is. Fine. The coach can talk, he can say that Nazim, great thing, fine. He's been with me 20 years, fine. At the end of the day, he came fight for this man. And when he seen, went out for Roy Jones, it was the Bernard Hopkins. Yes, y'all, I'm human. What y'all seen with Roy Jones, you hit anybody in back of a rabbit punch. That's why it's illegal. That's why it's called a rabbit punch. Anybody gonna subject it to that. But instead, y'all want to raise the standards different to me. I'm supposed to be able to fight with one arm. I did that with Antoine Eccles when he picked me up and slammed me down and dislocated my shoulder on HBO. I got up when I could have stayed down there and got a DQ and took my check and went home, but I got up, didn't I? And I won not only by a decision, I knocked him out. So when a guy like this says to me that I'm eating some kind of candy bar, or I'm watching some kind of TV, or I'm doing something unusual because I show what I've been shown for years, that he wasn't even in boxing, he was in Pampers when I was doing this, and now it becomes a shock, it's unusual, it's strange, and he put allegations out there that I don't want to deal with, but I figure I'll speak about it now. Don't be surprised if he died in May, in that ring. That's how I feel. And I'm taking this aim, and I mean that. There's no quote. This is no fucking press conference to hype it up. Don't be surprised if I kill him.
Bernard called himself a legend. He beat Roy Jones. Wow. We all know that he couldn't beat Roy Jones at his prime. That's why he waited 17 years to make the rematch happen. He beat Tito Trinidad. Great. A smaller guy. He beat it Oscar De La Hoya, his boss. Another smaller guy. He had a draw with Winky Wright, a man of his size. He got beaten twice by German Taylor, a man of his size. And one more time, he got another draw with me, a man of his size. So, I'm not gonna tell more. Bernard, I'm gonna be ready for May 21st. We had a lot of discussion. He came to my country. He disrespected me in my country. He put his hands on me. He disrespected my people, my countrymen, my fans, and this is unacceptable. He's a legend. He should lead by example. And this is not promotional. This man had a lot of respect for him, but because of all of that, no more respect. Because I won't respect someone who doesn't respect me. And about what happened yesterday, I don't have a lot to say. I never said that he took something or whatever. I was asking a simple question, and he didn't want to respond. But I'm telling you, May 21st, you better be on something, because I'm going to bust your ass.
All right, we got our friend Bert Sugar here. How you been, Bert?
Oh, fine. It's still spring, I think. My nose is running better than my car. The only way you know it's spring in New York at this time of the year is the buildings are turning green.
I hear that. All right, we're here with Pascal and Bernard Hopkins, the rematch. Who you like in this fight?
I like Bernard in the first one. Why am I going to change my mind now? I think he won it. I have a new book out called The Ultimate Book of Boxing Lists, in which we have 120 lists. I did it with my co-author, Teddy Atlas. And one of the lists is boxing's greatest Methuselahs, old men. And after Archie Moore and George Foreman, Bernard is number 3. Now, there's no reason if he wins, he shouldn't and couldn't be number 2 behind Archie.
Gotcha.
And all things considered, look, Bernard is a man who told his mother that he would retire at the age of 40. When she died, he said, my promise is off. Here he is at 46, vying to become the oldest man ever.
Thanks for the reminder.
to win a championship. That's a Methuselah.
I got you. I got you.
Bernard Hopkins is great.
Well, let me ask you this, man. Pascal, you know,
This is a non-adult beverage.
you don't have a Bloody Mary today. What's up with that, man?
They don't serve them. I can't do this stuff sober.
All right, well, we got to make sure we get you one before the day's over.